The biggest struggle for my generation is people were like body shaming and like people expect girls to like have infinity sign bodies or like be pretty or like have lots of makeup on, or like people be wearing like all these crop tops and stuff, like just like all of us right here, like they expect us like to have everything perfect, and like now people are like so sad and everything, and people are so depressing now, and like people like expect themselves to be greater than everyone else.
Perfect. For me, my experience is probably loneliness all around. Yeah, that's my thing.
The biggest challenge for my generation is probably just pricing and like houses and things like that.
The biggest fear for my generation, I would say, is probably just like the fear of growing up. I feel like a lot of us struggle with like plans with our future life, and like we all fear like just who we're gonna get married to, the cost of living, and just all those things are just I feel like those are big fears of ours.
The biggest struggle for my generation is almost everybody expects you to be tall.
The biggest struggle in my generation, I would say, is like making and like finding friends, because it's hard to find people that are, have the same standards as you and like the same things as you, because a lot of people are, not nice to strangers, so it's kind of hard to find that.
The biggest struggle of my generation, I would say, is the lack of mental health facilities, availability, and of course the stigma that we're trying to, prove that anybody can have mental health services, and it doesn't mean that you're crazy. So seek some help if you need it.
Do you have any places where you recommend people go to find these resources?
You can check out NoCD or the International OCD Foundation.
I would say my biggest struggle for my generation is probably just like judgment in the people. Younger people are just so like more easier to like judge people without knowing who they are. And yeah, so just like younger people, I guess, and like students and stuff in schools, and yeah.
Perfect. Do you have any like solutions that you can think of that are easy to fix this?
Just be more open and like ask people questions before you start like judging,
I think my biggest struggle of the generation would be judgmental people, and just judgmental people dealing with homophobia, and that's it. Yeah.
Do you have any good solutions?
Just don't judge. It's not your problem to deal with.
The biggest struggle of our generation today, I feel like, one of them is social media. I know that it's really easy to get sucked in, and I'm constantly comparing myself to other people. I'm thinking about what they're thinking of me, feeling like I constantly have to put up this front, like, oh, everything's perfect, and it's just really easy to get addicted to that, the constant watching of videos and being like, oh my God, everyone's so hilarious and so talented, and I feel awesome about that, but it feels like with the amount that you're constantly bombarded with, that everything's been done and you're not really original, and there's not a whole lot that you can put out into the world that's meaningful. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The biggest struggle in my generation is probably people just talking crap all the time, and it's like, just why would you do that,
The biggest generation or struggle for my generation, in my opinion, would be dating. A lot of my generation, I feel like, don't know what they either want from a relationship, haven't put a lot of thought into it, and I, in my opinion, don't know what their definition of love would be, because in my opinion it's different for a lot of people, and so I think that would be the biggest struggle for us.
What are some like principles you think people should have in a relationship? Like if they're starting to date, what are like some things that they should consider?
So I'd say communication, learning what you want from a relationship, be that either if you're just looking for, like you already have your own independent life and goals and whatnot, you want to find someone who can sit there and help you with those. You don't want to sit there and have someone that you feel like you can't be able to tell everything to, or it's like you're having to sit there and constantly like baby or watch them as well.
The biggest struggle from our generation is prices going up, and people also like judging, and Yeah, getting bullied and stuff.
Biggest struggle of my generation is things getting harder by school, home. Like when you're doing homework, it gets a lot harder in each grade that you're going to.
My biggest struggle for my generation is when people cyberbully on social media or just straight up judges somebody. And like this generation is there. You have to you can't trust people in this generation because in this generation everybody can just backstab you, and
The biggest struggle of my generation is that people be judging about people's weights and how tall they are. Stop judging, guys. It's not nice.